book of Devarim, the final book of the Torah, which we begin to read this week, is the farewell speech that Moshe Rabbeinu gave his beloved people just before he passed away. Right in the first verse, the Torah lists a number of locations, ostensibly referring to the places where Moshe had addressed the Jewish people over the years. But Rashi tells us, in fact, that these are allusions to different sins that the Jewish people had committed over the 40 years in the desert. Moshe chose to begin his talk with a rebuke for these sins. But why did he wait until now? If the people indeed did something that deserved rebuke, he should have clarified it in the moment, not years later. Imagine coming home and your spouse looks very upset. And for the life of you, you can't figure out what you did this time, until you discover that it's about something you did 10 years ago. Why reopen old wounds? Why bring up painful memories? Is that how Moshe wanted the Jews to remember him? As a leader who held a years-long grudge? The answer is that if the purpose of the criticism is merely to belittle and hurt, then of course the guy who keeps bringing up old issues comes across as a real nag, a real pain. But with Moshe Rabbeinu, the rebuke and criticism of his people were coming from a place of intense love and from a true desire to make the receiver a better person. So he intentionally chose the best time. He didn't do it in the moment, because chances are they wouldn't want to listen then. He waited until the eve of his passing, when there would be the least embarrassment and shame, and his words would then carry the most weight. The venerable Rabbi Yehuda Chassid writes that the Hebrew word Devarim, which is words, can also be read as Devorim, bees. Bees have the capacity to sting, but they also can produce very sweet honey. In the same way, the veiled rebukes in Parshas Devarim may sting, but ultimately they are sweet as honey, because constructive criticism helps refine our character and reconnect us with our merciful Father in heaven. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom u'mevarach and an easy fast.